So if we have a broken system, then it's not about leadership. It's about possibly redoing the system. And I don't want to say like burn the whole thing down.
No, that's not a good idea.
But what other solution is there? How do you fix a broken system if patch fixing the system is not working?
Yeah.
Then you have to replace the system.
Yes.
But how do you replace a system this large?
Do you think people are disappointed, or do you think people are just finally getting to that black pill moment where they're just like, fuck it. Like, this is it. It is what it is. Like you and I have lived 4 decades on this planet. Like, we were there with Clinton and Bush 1. We were there with Bush 2. We like, Obama, like, has anything changed, man? I mean, we hoped and prayed to the baby Jesus that Trump would make this thing different. But man, I'll tell you, it seems like the same shit, different day.
You know, like I struggle with this a lot. You know, like what's the intent? Because I think maybe the intent matters. Are they intentionally messing with us? Or is our government so big and so bloated that it's that inefficient that it's just natural that there are all these failure points?
I think it's the latter. I think they're bloated. There's too many failure points. I'd use a different term there as well. There's too many constraints in the system. There's too many bottlenecks in the system. Because like if you were president, I know for a fact what your answer is going to be. If you were president, you would think, like when you got inaugurated, day 1, day 2, you would think, in all your naivete, Matt, if you were president, you'd be like, how hard is it to ask a brother to unseal these documents? Like, I'm the president now. Can't I just make a call and just say, hey, document guy that's down in the dungeon of whatever, I know you got them documents, and I know they've already been digitized, by the way, so I'm the president, get it done. Like, that would be your naivete, wouldn't it not?
Send me a PDF.
Send me a PDF with an auto pen, right? And you'd think that in all of your naivete as a sitting president, you'd be able to do that, but apparently you can't. So there's a problem.
This is a big problem, because if it is that Trump is intentionally being a bad president, then you can fix a problem by eventually having a good president. If Trump is trying to be a good president, but the system is so bloated and so inefficient and so bad that even the best president, this is the best that we get, then there is a huge systematic problem that we need to deal with. And what does that look like? Because you would think, okay, Biden was not a good president. I don't think anyone in the country is thinking Biden did a great job.
I think there are pretty solid evidence and experts that say he was the worst president ever.
Even the people that supported Biden, they weren't really supporting Biden. They were just anti-Trump. Fine, I get that. But I don't think there are a lot of people out there going, damn, I'm so glad Biden did a good job. It doesn't exist, right? No one's going to vouch for him and tie their name to him at this point.
I don't think there's anyone that could say that their lives got better during that tenure.
Just a quick break before this video continues. If you haven't signed up for Soju yet, go check it out, soj.oo. It's a social discussion platform that we've created. That's where the community is hanging out. Definitely worth checking out, soj.oo. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, do it now. Okay, then Trump is a better president than Biden. Because Biden's the worst. Well, so by comparison, he's better.
Well, when the bottom is so low, right? The expectations are so low. I guess you can be a little bit better than the worst president ever. Yes, not wrong.
So, if you have a better president, by comparison, but we're not seeing any improvement, then it's not the president; it's the system.
We could talk about the system, but we already know who controls the system.
So, if we have a broken system, then it's not about leadership. It's about possibly redoing the system. And I don't want to say like burn the whole thing down.
No, that's not a good idea.
But what other solution is there? How do you fix a broken system if patch fixing the system is not working?
No.
Then you have to replace the system.
Yes.
But how do you replace a system this large?
I can tell you what's naturally going to happen. What's naturally going to happen is all of the boomers are going to die in the next 20 years. And so if we live that long, in the next 20 years, we will see a natural replacement of the guards to the younger generation. The unfortunate part, we're probably going to end up with a lot of AOCs, which is even a scarier proposition because not only are they naive, but they're actively stupid. They actively work against our best intentions. Whereas at least the boomers kind of hid that. They're like, yeah, there's weapons of mass destruction. We should go over there and get them all. It's like, okay, we don't really know anything about Iraq or Afghanistan, so sure.
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. But you can't say that against Israel, Palestine, or Ukraine, Russia. People know too much now. You can't play ignorant. You can't be like an AOC like, oh, we're going to go. No, we know too much. We know too much. We didn't know jack shit in the early 2000s about Iraq or Afghanistan. So we're just like, yeah, towers fell down and they were, yeah, okay, go get them. Right? But now people are the wiser. And when you have the younger generation that's going to replace these boomers who are going to die out, who are actively involved in our own destruction, I almost wonder if it's going to be worse. Does that bother you?
I mean, we are replacing. I'm not ready to move on yet. We're replacing a lot of humans with integration into technology and AI.
Yes.
And that integration will just get larger and larger and larger. And this is scary because, I'm very much against using AI to replace people. I think that AI should be used to amplify people.
Fair enough.
So if you're using AI to do your job instead of you, then you're going to fall behind. If you are one person and you use AI to make your output 10x, then you're going to win. This is the dichotomy of the world that we are in now.
Yes.
People who, there's three parts. The people that don't use AI, which you're going to fall behind.
Yes.
Like you're forget about it. If you're not using AI at this point, we've talked about AI before, and some people don't like the fact that we kind of are pro AI. I don't know if I'm pro AI, but it's just a reality of the world we live in. If you're not using AI, you're 100% going to fall behind.
Oh, for sure.
It's like saying I don't know how to use the internet.
Yeah. Or I can't stand these digital phones. I still want my analog phone.
Yeah.
No, sir. No,
There's
sir.
nothing you do about that.
No,
This
sir.
is where we are. Okay. If you are using AI to replace your work, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to chill, I'm not going to do anything, and then AI is going to do the work for me, you're going to fall behind.
Oh, yeah.
Because the best, most qualified people are using AI to amplify the work.
Yes. Not wrong.
The problem with the government and how they work is that they're going to try to figure out solutions to get AI to replace their work.
Yes. Because they're dumb. Yes.
Meaning that they are not going to use it properly, and there are going to be a lot of flaws. There's going to be a lot of holes. There's going to be a lot of gaps. It's just not a way to run a government, meaning that the gap between the technologists and the technocrats that are currently basically running our government and society, they're going to go so far ahead of where the government is that it's going to become a larger problem than it is today.
So what you're propositioning to me is it's not an issue of the boomers dying out and the younger radicals like AOC that are going to take over, but rather those radicals who are going to be replacing the boomers, they're almost insignificant compared to the AI and the technocrats who are going to be essentially running everything anyway, is what you're saying.
Correct.
That's even a scarier proposition.
Yeah, because right now, somehow we've gone into a world where the technocrats have usurped the government.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
It used to be the other way around.
For sure.
But
For
now
sure.
now the power struggle is clearly different.
Oh, and it's obvious. It's obvious.
Very obvious.
Everyone knows about Palantir. Everybody knows about big data. Everybody knows about Facebook, right? Everybody knows about all this.
They are bigger, they are stronger, they have access to more people, and they have more money.
Yes.
Okay. And the government can't function without those technocrats.
Unfortunately.
If those technocrats take even a bigger leap because people think that, oh yeah, they're gonna get rid of all these coders, they're gonna get rid of all these programmers, and they're gonna, slim down by 80%. Like, no. Actually, if your profit margin and your productivity goes up and your ROI goes up, you actually invest more into it.
Yes.
Meaning that they're not going to cut their staff. They're going to increase their staff
Oh, yeah.
to get even further ahead of you.
Yeah, because it's economically efficient.
Exactly. People think that, oh, no, they're going to make so much money that they're going to figure out a way to make less money. No.
Never happens, Sar.
Never.
Never happens.
They're going to do more work, and they're going to widen the gap even further.
And with AI, it will be accelerated at an exponential curve, not a linear one.
And they're telling you, oh, no, they're going to call those people, they're going to cut all these roles, and they're telling you that so that you stay stagnant, waiting for someone to come help you and save you. But the reality is that it's never going to come. We've learned throughout history over and over again that when you need the big brother's help, they don't fucking show up. You have to protect yourself.
It sounds like you have to be active in your own salvation, Matt. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, is that a crazy idea? Thanks for watching the clip. If you want to see the full episode, click here. If you want to see more clips, click here.